Let's go, 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 let's go. Grace and mercy, brothers and sisters. I'm Pastor Michael Stewart of Point of Life Church. I know my header comes up, Mike Dollar. That was my stage name. That's what my YouTube page was originally set up as, but I'm going to change that for y'all soon. I want to talk to y'all today about B.L.M, Black Lives Matter. And in the words of the comedian Michael Blackston, if Black Lives Matter, does my life matter the most? Because I'm darker melanated. And let me tell y'all about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter came across $80 million with the protests they was doing and the selling of the commodities that they were doing, their swag. They made $80 million, ladies and gentlemen. But Black Lives Matter is not owned by Black people. Did y'all know that? It's owned by Caucasians. And yeah, the ones that Kanye got in trouble about, those Caucasians owns Black Lives Matter. And the thing of it is, Black Lives Matter made $80 million. And they split it amongst those who were calling themselves the heads of this section of it and the heads of that section of it. But they did nothing, and they're doing nothing to help Black people. So that organization, Black Lives Matter, does not matter because it was a farce in order to stir up confusion along with the Republican Party in order to make money for Caucasian people who own the acronym. You know, Kanye came out and said, white lives matter. And the reason why I think he actually said white lives matter because they don't think that we matter as melanated kings and queens. They don't think that because our skin is dark and our skin does not change with our emotions or the seasons or the weather, that we're not important. They still think that we are less than a man. Because who set that scale? Men. And see, that is not true. But what I'm talking about Black Lives Matter made $80 million and not doing nothing in the community. And they're sitting here, sitting on $80 million, brothers and sisters. Not at one time have you ever heard Black Lives Matter show up when a indignation is happening against a Black person. When a Black woman has been abused or raped or maimed at the hands of someone else, whether it's Black or otherwise, Black Lives Matter don't show up because it doesn't benefit them. They can't get TV time. They can't get exposure for their t-shirts and hats and swag. I would employ each and every one of you, if you ever donated to Black Lives Matter, don't do it anymore. Because we're going to start a new one. I'm going to start a new one. I dedicate it right now. HLM. HLM. Hebrew Lives Matter. Hebrew Lives Matter. That's the new one. I coined the phrase. Can't nobody else use it. If you do, you owe me money. And I mean that. Because my Jewish lawyers will come after y'all. So here it is. Black Lives Matter, the organization, was just an organization for a money grab. They do nothing in the Black community. They do nothing to try to help build up the Black educational system. They do nothing to try to help those in the Black community that are elders who need air conditioners in the summertime or heaters in the wintertime or food or help with shelter. They're not doing anything with that $80 million, but trying to divide and help to separate and divide the Black community. So Black Lives Matter, the organization, I say it again, does not matter. It was a good chant when my brother George Floyd wrongfully was taken away from his child and his siblings. It was a good chant, you know, for others who were being wrongfully accused of wrongfully murdered and killed at the hands of others. But the organization, the mission statement is to help the Black community. And where is the help for the Black community? I challenge anybody to get on the phone or get on the email and ask Black Lives Matter, how much money have you donated to any Black political party or candidate? How much money out of your $80 million have you given to a low-income Black or brown community? You haven't, because each and every one of those in B.L.M have gained and profited from the tragedies that happened in 2020. Now, if you don't think that this is true, how many of y'all went out and bought a Black Lives Matter t-shirt? How many of y'all went out and bought a Black Lives Matter baseball cap or mask or water bottle or a flag and donated money to their organization with the understanding that they gave you a false understanding that they were going to be helping the Black community? The only one that's helping the Black community right now is Quanell X in Houston, Texas, and attorney Ben Crump and his law firm that are really picking up and trying to help the Black community. Nobody else that claimed to have an affinity or a heart or love for the Black community is doing anything. You know, if I was in a better financial situation, I would help the Black community, and I would employ every other content creator that's on here to help your communities. If you are a melanated person, instead of pocketing that money, taking trips out of the country and whatnot, give back to your Black neighborhood, the Black neighborhood you grew up in. I don't care if you grew up in the suburbs, but you know somebody, you have a relative that lives in a low-income neighborhood that needs new streets, new infrastructure, new schools, school books, need to feed the homeless. But where's Black Lives Matter in this situation? They're laughing. They're about to celebrate their folly days. They're about to just turn up with their money. They're living lavish. See, y'all forget, one of the main people that was on TV during that time was a white woman, blonde-haired, thick white woman. Black Lives Matter because she has some half-Black kids and she's part of the organization. That don't mean crap. I got kids that are half Hispanic and half Black. So we still brown together. It don't change. I have nieces and nephews that are half white. What does that matter? Does that mean that they get more because they're not darker skinned? My daughters are not dark skinned. They're all light skinned because of the color of their mother. What does that mean? That because I'm dark skinned, I should be persecuted and they should be uplifted? No. See, Black Lives Matter is a money grab. And the reason why I keep saying it's a money grab, and I'm not worried about the ramifications of it, because you can check it out. This is not me just willy-nilly, outwardly blaspheming or creating a problem saying allegedly, because it came across the news. And that's public. CNN, Newsmax, MSNBC, local newses, Fox 5 in Atlanta, Fox 26 in Houston, Channel 2, Channel 11, Channel 13, ABC 13, all these stations talked about how Black Lives Matter at this last quarter in September celebrated an $80 million windfall. But out of $80 million, they have donated not a $0 to any true Black situation or organization besides themselves. Now, y'all think about it. The Bible says that those who are self-righteous into vanity has lust and deceit in their heart, and they are wicked. And this is what Black Lives Matter is about: wickedness. So the new mantra for those melanated people are Hebrew Lives Matter. HLM. Hebrew Lives Matter. I coined that phrase. I'm copywriting it. And it's stated right here. On this video, this is what they call a ghetto copyright. I ghetto copyrighted Hebrew Lives Matter. Because all of our Hebrew lives matter. Christian lives matter. And this is what's going on, because you're tainted and blinded by the world. If you're stuck on Instagram and looking at booties and chests, you know, these half-naked women and half-naked men, then you're blinded to the world. But if you open your eyes up and listen to the word of God, sometimes maybe you can get a clear understanding and gain some wisdom and knowledge, and you'll take yourself out of that darkness. Stop listening to all the secular music. Stop watching all those secular programs, those websites and whatnot that a lot of you are privately, secretly own. And you can see that what's going on around you is a travesty. You can see how they snuck in and did this. See, where was Black Lives Matter? Where was Black Lives Matter 30 years ago when a white cop got rid of my brother? Where was Black Lives Matter? When did Black Lives Matter then? It didn't. Where were those who wanted to go out there and protest to make a statement? Where were they at? Where's Black Lives Matter where the black woman just got raped and maimed right now in some state? Where's Black Lives Matter when a young black man just got killed at the hands of another, whether it be a police officer or not? Where is Black Lives Matter? At home, in their nice houses, driving nice cars, counting their chips. So yeah, if you think that I'm against Black Lives Matter, I'm against Black Lives Matter. And anybody that's got a 0.5% of a brain should be against that organization too, and stop donating to them because they're not doing anything to help the black community. Brothers and sisters, sometimes you just have to open your eyes. The God in heaven that controls our lives gives us that certain spirit of discernment to see things for what they really are. And God is not pleased with this earth. That's why the great tribulation is about to start. That's why these things are coming to pass. This is why it is a shift. And the harvest right now is the separation of the wheat and the tare. The tare are all those evil, demonic people out there, those powers that be, that get mad if you say something about them and try to take you out. But they can only take out those reprobated mind people. They can only take out those weak vessels. They can't take out a true son or daughter of Christ. They can only destroy those who hopscotch back and forth, played the game with them, and rode that goat to get where they're at and sign that contract, signing their souls and their lives away. Each one of them that signed that contract lost someone near and dear to them. You know the truth. See what happened? You see what happened? Jennifer Hudson, Kanye. You see what happened? Michael Jordan. You see what happened? I ain't got to go into it. I ain't got to rehash it. But what happened after their loved one mysteriously came up missing or dead? They got richer. And if they don't play the game, they come for them. If you say something against the grain because you had an epiphany and an enlightenment, they're going to come get you. Am I afraid? Nah. I ain't afraid. So they can kill the vessel. They don't have my soul, and they can't have my spirit because guess what? God will put my spirit into another vessel, and I'll come right back. So it's not a problem for me. I don't think that that's a delusional way of thinking. If you're a true child of God, you know that they can't take your soul or your spirit because that belongs to God. You can't sell your soul. You can't sell something that don't belong to you. I cannot sell my home that I'm still paying a mortgage on because I don't have the title to it, so I can't sell it. Like a car. You can't sell a car if you don't have the title to it because that's illegal. So it's illegal against the laws of the heavens to sell your soul. But if you willfully give your soul, you can give it, you can't sell it. You can give it to the devil. And once you have willfully gave your soul to the devil, the spirit is dead. And so is the soul because the heart blackens. And when the heart blackens, what happens? You start doing things that you otherwise wouldn't have done. Kirk Franklin did something that he probably otherwise wouldn't have done because now it's time for him to pay the piper. Kanye, it's time for him to pay the piper. Other people, it's time for them to pay the piper. Because those powers that be, those demonic powers, they know time is running out. They know that they're going to lose this ultimate fight. They know. And this is what's happening. So brothers and sisters, like I say all the time, this one was going to be short too. Let's make the 5th video for today. Keep watching, brothers and sisters. I'm going to flood YouTube, Patreon, Twitch, Restream, Facebook, Instagram with videos from now to December 31st. Because come January 1st, it's going to be a different type of world. Wake up. I'm giving you this warning. Wake up. You're going to see between now and January 1st, a lot of things are going to happen. A lot of celebrities will be coming up and they're going to be exposed or they're going to be degraded, especially the melanated ones. Oh, they're coming. See, they went after Lizzo too. Y'all forgot about that. They're coming after Megan Thee Stallion too. Y'all forgot about that. And they're melanated. Both of them are from H-Town. And they're coming after them. They're coming after Slim Thug right now for speaking the truth. Did y'all know about that? And it's all because Black Lives Matter is doing nothing to help the melanated people. But it's okay. God sits high and looks low. He sees everything. And he's keeping an accurate record of all the things and injustices that are done to his children. And soon and very soon, like an Andre Crouch song, search it. It's a beautiful song. Gospel song. God's going to show up. And soon and very soon, we're going to all, who are God's children, go see the King. And when we go see the King, we will not have to worry about these things that has happened now. We will not have a memory of the things that's happening now. Black Lives Matter will be a distant past. But what I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, put your hand in God's hand first. And you don't have to worry about these organizations that are mistreating their own people and mistreating people under the disguise of being their own people. Brothers and sisters, until the next time, hit that like button, that subscribe button. And if you care to donate, you can donate at Mike Dollar, capital MIC, space DOLLA 16, Cash App. And it'll help this platform to grow. I don't ask for money, but, why not? That seems to be the only way to wake up some of y'all people is if you donate because you'll feel better. You don't have to donate to me. I don't worry about money. I don't cry for money. I don't beg for money. I'm not telling you to sow a seed for the words that I'm saying to you. I just want you to listen to the truth. And once you've gotten the truth, you paid me enough. Once your eyes are open, I'm well paid. And until next time, brothers and sisters, keep your hand in God's hand. And may God keep you in the confines of his wings. And may the Lord bless the readers and doers of his word. And I love each and every one of y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow with some more words. I got something to say. And you really want to hear it.